Michael Jackson didn't just end Eminem. He bought his soul and moonwalked out of the room. When you think of legendary beefs in music, you probably think of Tupac versus Biggie, Nas versus Jay-Z, Cardi versus Nicki. Real battlegrounds of words, bars, and bloodshed. But in the early 2000s, one feud unfolded that didn't require a diss track, a Twitter thread, or a mic drop. No, it required a billionaire in a bedazzled jacket making a phone call and buying his enemy's career like it was clearance sale season at Target. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about when Michael Jackson absolutely owned Eminem and did it so smoothly, Eminem had no choice but to sit there and eat it. Let's rewind to 2004, when Eminem, fully drunk on his own success, thought it was a brilliant idea to take shots at Michael Jackson in his song, Just Lose It. Now, Eminem mocking celebrities wasn't anything new. He'd built half his career on clowning pop stars, trashing boy bands, and making fun of anyone remotely famous. It was his brand. Irreverent, chaotic, fearless. And Eminem was beefing with everybody back then. Mariah, Moby, Christina Aguilera, your neighbor's cousin's dog, nobody was safe. But this time, he didn't just tease someone's bad haircut or flubbed award show performance. He came for Michael Joseph Jackson, a man who was, at that moment, already in the trenches, fighting for his life, reputation, and sanity. Just Lose It mocked everything. Michael's child molestations, ongoing at the time, his facial surgeries, and even the tragic accident where his hair caught fire during the 1984 Pepsi commercial. It wasn't clever. It wasn't funny. It was kicking a legend while he was down, and everyone with 2 brain cells could see it. Michael Jackson wasn't some easy tabloid joke. He was arguably the most famous man on earth, and he was battling demons bigger than Eminem's entire discography. It wasn't just disrespect. It was straight-up cruelty. Even Stevie Wonder, musical genius and certified legend in his own right, publicly called Eminem's attack inappropriate and said it was like kicking a man while he's down. When Stevie is telling you you've crossed the line, baby, you're past the parking lot and halfway down the freeway. Michael's first reaction, the hurt. Michael Jackson was, by nature, not a confrontational person. He wasn't about throwing drinks or flipping tables. But he was deeply, genuinely hurt by Eminem's jabs. In a rare radio interview, he said, "I've been an artist most of my life, and I've never attacked a fellow artist. Great artists don't do that." Translation: real legends don't need to punch down, sweetie. At first, he tried the civil route, expressing disappointment publicly and hoping Eminem might have the decency to apologize. But spoiler alert, Eminem did not. At this point, Eminem could have issued an apology, a clarification, or even a weak no-offense statement. Instead, he doubled down, letting the video run wild on TV, letting fans cackle at Michael's pain. But what Slim Shady clearly forgot was that Michael Jackson wasn't just a pop star. He was a business shark dressed in a sparkly glove. This was the man who outbid Paul McCartney for the Beatles catalog because he casually thought it would be a fun investment. This was the man who had Sony executives begging him for deals because he understood music publishing like a Wall Street tycoon in a sequin cape. And while Eminem was busy making jokes, Michael was busy making moves. Enter 2007. While Eminem was busy trying to clean up his personal messes, rehab, lawsuits, career stallouts, Michael Jackson was finalizing a little acquisition through Sony/ATV Music Publishing, the publishing rights to Eminem's entire catalog. You heard that correctly. Michael didn't just own some Eminem songs. He owned the rights to Slim Shady's Bread and Butter. Meaning, every time Lose Yourself played on the radio, Michael got paid. Every time Without Me blasted at a bar, Michael got paid. Every time some corny movie licensed the real Slim Shady for a montage, Michael cashed the damn check. Eminem tried clown Michael for a quick laugh. Michael Jackson made a financial investment in Eminem's whole career. That's not a flex. That's a full-body stretch, a Pilates session, and a yoga retreat on your enemy's dime. You'd think Eminem, king of dissies, would fire back, right? Wrong. Eminem went dead silent. Because what exactly can you say when the man you mocked is now the man you're literally paying? You can't out-rap a bank statement. You can't diss someone who's counting your money. At best, Eminem could pretend it didn't bother him. At worst, he had to live with the knowledge that Michael Jackson now owned a chunk of his soul legally and financially. It wasn't just a clapback. It was career colonization. And why was Michael Jackson's move so legendary? Well, there are 3 reasons. Number 1, it was perfectly legal. Michael didn't sneak around or throw tantrums. He played the game by the rules and still dominated. Number 2, it was devastating. Eminem built his empire off his music. Michael sat back and said, "Cute empire, I'll take 15%. Number 3, it was silent but loud. Michael didn't have to say a word. No interviews, no tantrums, no diss tracks. Just a quiet acquisition that screamed, "Stay in your lane, little boy." This move showed the world something brand new and unexpected about Michael Jackson. Most people think of Michael Jackson as the sweet, shy performer with a soft voice and gentle spirit. But behind the scenes, he proved he was a killer. With business acumen sharper than a samurai sword, moves quieter than a cat on velvet, and revenge sweeter than a Neverland candy shop. Michael understood something Eminem didn't. Legacy isn't built on who you can roast. It's built on what you can own. And that day, Michael Jackson didn't just defend his honor. He owned the man who tried to dishonor him. Period. Final verdict. Eminem may be the king of diss tracks, but Michael Jackson was the king of buying your masters and moonwalking over your career. And next time you think you're invincible because you can rhyme orange with door hinge, remember? There's always someone richer, smarter, and 12 steps ahead sipping tea while you struggle to freestyle your dignity back. Rest in peace to the real king. Stay salty, Slim.